Jai Hind everyone. My name is Pooja Pandey and I am assistant professor in the MCA department in Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College. And today my topic is minimum spanning tree in data structure and analysis of the algorithm. So first I will discuss that what do you mean by the minimum spanning tree. A spanning tree of a connected undirected graph is a subgraph that connects all the vertices, but it contains no cycle and exactly one minus edges for the v vertices. So we can say that a minimum spanning tree is a spanning tree with the minimum possible total edge weight, right? So in this we have to keep in mind that the tree is a minimum spanning tree when we have got the that all the nodes or all the vertices are connected, but less than one, you can say less than one edges. It is not hardly required that all the edges should be connected, but all the vertices should be connected. So there is a possibility that edges can be less than how much we are connecting. Okay, now the first most things or the major thing we have to keep in mind while creating or while seeing the MST, that is minimum spanning tree, that it contains the no cycle. Now, what are the key properties of the minimum spanning tree? The first one is that it connects all the nodes with minimum total cost. We have to calculate, we generally when we are studying the tree or we are studying the graph, we generally calculate that the thing is more important that we connect all the nodes which have got the minimum cost or minimum weightage, that nodes are only connected. And second thing we have to keep in mind that there should be a no cycle in the graph. Cycle means that, like for example, this is our graph, you say that this one is our graph. So if I am saying we are maintaining the no cycle, so you say that this is, what is this? This is creating a cycle. So when we are creating the MST, this should not be there when we are creating the MST, and it should be unique if all the weights are distinct. Now, if I'm discussing about the application of the MST, then it works on the network design mainly when we are using it when we are using the for the internet cables, pipelines or roads. We use the logic of the minimum spanning tree. Then for the cluster analysis, we use the minimum you can use the we use the MST. Then for the approximation algorithms, that is for the NP hard problems like TSP, we are using the you say that we are using MST, that is minimum spanning tree logic. Now, the popular MST algorithms are, there are two MST algorithms, that is Prim's and the Kruskal's. And the first one is your Kruskal's algorithm. Now, Kruskal algorithm is a very famous, you say it is a very famous greedy algorithm, and it is used for finding the minimum spanning tree of a given graph, that is the smallest or least weightage, but it is covering over all the vertices, right? Now, to apply the Kruskal's algorithm, the given graph must be a weighted, connected, and it should be a undirected, right? Now, for the Kruskal implementation, first what we have to, if we have given a graph, first we have to sort all the edges from low weight to the height, that is in the ascending order we have to search. Okay, then second step is we should take the edge with the lowest weight and use to connect the vertices of the graph. Now, if adding an edge creates a cycle, then we will reject this edge and we will go for the next least weight edges. Now, second is keep adding the edges until all the vertices are connected of the minimum spanning tree. So these all the implementation we can see within a example, that how we are sorting all the edges from low weight to high, or all why we are taking the lowest weight, how we are discarding the cycle, or how we are connecting, or how we are finding the minimum spanning tree. So that we can see by the example. Now, if I am discussing about the Kruskal's algorithm time complexity, we should keep in mind that time complexity is big O of E plus B. Now, E represent your edges and B represent your vertices. Okay. Now, the edges are maintained as a min heap. Min heap means that the root node should be at the lowest point. So, next edge is obtained is big O of log E time. If the graph has E edges, okay, that is E, right? Now reconstruction of the heap takes big O of E times by, because when we are creating the min heap, we have to keep in mind that the root node should be the lowest. Okay, so Kruskal's algorithm takes big O of E log E time. Now the value of E can be most of big O of V2, that is your V square. So log V and log E are the same. So that's why we are taking the time complexity of the Kruskal's algorithm when we are combining it as a we are saying that big log V plus big O of log E. And when we are taking it as, we simply say that big E plus V. So this is a time complexity of the Kruskal's algorithm, right? Now, this is a spanning tree. This is an example. We have to find this. All the weights are given here, if you see, and we have to construct the minimum spanning tree. For connecting the minimum spanning tree, what we will do? We will take it as the lowest edges. So we are taking the edges. This one is lowest. This one is lowest. If you see, this one is lowest. If you see, and if you see that this one is lowest. But we have to keep in mind that there should be no cycle. So this is a graph. We are connecting these vertices using the edges with the minimum weights we are connecting. So first, to construct, simply we are drawing all the vertices on the paper. So what we have to do, we have to draw only all the vertices here in the paper, right? So, and connect these edges using the minimum weights. Now, step one is that I have taken all the vertices, and if you remember the diagram what I have given in the previous slide, the minimum edge was 10. So I have connected here from 1 to 6. I have connected the 10. The weight is 10, right? Now, in step 3, if you see, after the 10, the minimum edge was the 12. So I have connected the 12. Now, after that, the minimum edge was the 14. So I have connected there. So now till step 4, I have got the 3 lowest edges which are connecting the vertices, right? Now, in step 5, if you see, after the 12, 12, 16 and the 14 and 12, I am connecting the 16, right? I am not connecting here. If you see in the example, here it is 2, here it is 3, here it is 7, and here it is 4, right? So here it is 14, 16 and 12. If you remember in the previous slide, the 7 and 4, the edge between the 7 or 4 contains the weight, that is your 18. So if I am connecting the 18 here, it is the highest comparatively to the 16, okay? And again, if I am connecting, it will create the cycle. So that's why I am discarding the edges 18, this edge between the 7 and 4 whose weight is 18. That's why I've connected the edge, this edge whose weight is 16 and it is between the 2 and 3, right? Now after that, if I'm connecting the 18, it will create the the cycle. So for discarding that cycle, I'm after discarding, then if I am comparing the again minimum, the weight is 5 to 4, that is 22, right? So here it is a final diagram according to the Kruskal's, and all the vertices are connected with the minimum V minus 1 edges, right? So how we are calculating the minimum spanning tree weight? Simply, we have find out that minimum edges, all the vertices are connected with the minimum edges. Now all these things are added. If you see, I have added all these things and I am getting the 99 units. So this is a minimum spanning tree with the Kruskal's. In Kruskal's, we have to simply keep in mind that only we have to take the minimum edges, right? And if any edge is creating the loop, we have to simply discard and find out the minimum spanning tree with the minimum weight. So this is my final answer. Now the next one is your Prim's algorithm. Now Prim's is also a famous greedy algorithm and it also work on the same procedure, but something is different rather than the Kruskal's. In the Prim's, what we do, we randomly choose any vertices. But in the Kruskal's, what we are doing, we are keeping all the vertices in a simple plain paper, right? But here we are keeping this simply. We are choosing any vertices, and that vertices should connect with the other vertices which has got the less weight. If you see now, step 2, find all the edges that connect the tree to the new vertices. I am connecting the two new vertices. Now again, find the least edges among those edges and include it in the existing tree. If it include the edge creating a cycle, then reject that cycle and for the next least weight. So simply we have to keep in mind that that cycle should not be created and there should be no loop, and we have to keep in mind that there should be the minimum weight between the edges. And if I am considering the time complexity, then time complexity again will be big O of V plus E. It is same as a Kruskal's, right? Now this is an example, that is, I am taking again the same example for the Prim's also, the same which I have taken for the Kruskal's, but here the functioning is different comparatively to the Kruskal's algorithm, right? For this, what I have said in the algorithm, that I am taking any vertices. I am starting with any vertices, right? So I have started with this 6 and the 1. So 10 is there, right? Now, step 2, if you see that after 10, my vertices 6 is connected to the vertex 5 and here the weight is 25, right? Now, after the 1, 6 and 5, again my weight is 4, right? In this, we have to take all the vertices and that should be connected. It doesn't mean that if I am connecting here 1, 6 and 5 here, it doesn't mean that 2. So I have to start with 6. 6 should be connected here. 6 should be connected here. It doesn't mean that 6 is directly connected to 2. No, then our algorithm will be wrong and the problem will not be solved. So in this step 4, if you see, after the 1, 6 and 5 and 4, the 3 has come, the vertex, and after 3 it is 2. So all the vertices have been covered according to that, and we are considering that no loops or no cycles should be formed. Now step 6, if you see that all the vertices has been connected, and in the same way, if you see that weights are here 10, 25, 22, 12, 16 and the 14, and if we're doing the sum of all the wages, we are again getting the 99 units. So this is also a way to find out the minimum weight, or you can say we can find out the cost of minimum spanning tree. Now, what is the difference between the Prim's algorithm and the Kruskal's algorithm? In the Prim's algorithm, the tree we are making or growing always remains connected. If you see that all the vertices are connected, when we are creating, it is connected. But in the Kruskal's algorithm, we have kept all the vertices here and we are finding the minimum edges, right? And we are connecting here and here. So these vertices are not connected. So this is a big difference between the Prim's and the Kruskal's algorithm. Now, Prim's algorithm grow a solution from a random vertex by adding the next cheapest vertex. We can take any random vertex here. But in the Kruskal's, we have to take the vertex which has got the minimum weight in all the graphs. So that is the difference between the Kruskal's and the Prim's algorithm. Now, Prim's algorithm is faster for the dense graph, but it is faster for the sparse graph, right? So this is the difference between the Prim's algorithm and the Kruskal's algorithms. Thank you. We will see you further in the next lecture video. Thank you all.